my pleasure to welcome you to the induction ceremony of the charter members of the CC Winn High School National Honor Society. My name is Ernest Molina, and I am the president and will also serve as your master of ceremonies tonight. At this time, I would like to recognize all of our distinguished guests that are present. EPISD Board of Trustees, Mrs. Glenna Purcell, Vice President. Eagle Pass Independent School District Superintendent, Mr. Gilberto Gonzalez. CC Winn Administration Principal, Mr. Jesus Diąz-Wever. Assistant Principal, Mr. Matthew Rodriguez. Assistant Principal, Mr. David Camarillo. Dean of Instruction, Mrs. Rosalinda Jimenez. Instructional Officer, Mrs. Aide Jimenez Hernandez. And NHS Faculty Board, Mrs. G. Valdez. And of course, our National Honor Society advisors, Ms. Kathy Malden and Mr. Randy Lawrence.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for attending the National Honor Society induction ceremony. Tonight, we recognize a group of students that have dedicated a few years of their lives to excel. Students that do have traits of having good character, leadership skills, service to others, and a scholarship. Many things needed to have happened for you to be here this evening. One important factor is the support from your parents, making sure that your education is extremely important in life. Also, teaching you moral values and telling you that to help others is part of being an all-around individual. Let me recognize the parents of all the inductees this evening. Would you please stand, all the parents of the inductees, to be recognized? A los padres de nuestros estudiantes. Se pueden sentar. Gracias. Thank you so much for everything that you have done. The NHS organization is the elite organization of the school. Only students that have outstanding qualities are admitted to this prestigious group. One of your roles as a member is to represent the school in many different events throughout the school year. And the tradition has been excellence at all times. My dear 29 members, the expectations we have for you are very high. First, you have to maintain your grades above 92, the community hours that you need. Your discipline record must be impeccable, and your commitment and loyalty to the organization have to exist. After accomplishing all the requirements, you will wear with pride your NHS colors the day of your graduation. You are 29 only. You are the selected few for this group. We have over 500 sophomores, and only 29 were chosen. I know that the selection process was not an easy one. However, the interviewing committee did an excellent job in selecting the new members. Therefore, my gratitude goes to Ms. Gabriela Valdez, Mr. Jose Muñoz, Mr. Francisco Sanchez, Ms. Marta Hernandez, and Ms. Melissa Jaques. I want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Lawrence and Ms. Malden for guiding our students in the right direction. Also, our NHS President, Ernest Molina, and the rest of the officers for doing an outstanding job this year. You show a world-class leadership. To the rest of the members, thank you so much for participating in the different programs. All of you have made a big impact in the image of our school. Finally, I'd like to thank our guest speaker, our superintendent, for accepting the invitation and share some of his thoughts with all of us. Thank you so much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This next individual is a familiar face to the Eagle Pass Independent School District. He graduated from Eagle Pass High School in 1976 and attended college at Texas A&I University at Kingsville, where he graduated in 1980. He has served our community as a high school teacher, elementary counselor, secondary counselor, migrant coordinator, career and technology, education director, executive director of human resources, and of course our 2012-2013 EPISD superintendent. I now present to you Mr. Gilberto Gonzalez.
Thank you. For a minute there, I thought Ernest was going to skip me. Ernest, thank you so much for not skipping. I know that Ms. Purcell has already been introduced, and she told me that today she's here more as a grandmother, but I do want to recognize her for always attending all of our, or as many of the ceremonies as she can. You know, she is a true school board member dedicated to the students and to the school district. Ms. Purcell, thank you so much. Well, good evening, buenas noches, bienvenidos a esta ceremonia donde reconocemos a sus hijos, nuestros estudiantes, por sus altas calificaciones que se han destacado. It is really an honor and a privilege to be here tonight with the members of the CC Winn National Honor Society, the new inductees, and the sponsors. Being inducted into the great organization of the National Honor Society is a great accomplishment. Not everyone can achieve the success that you have achieved. The expectations are high. Not only do you need to maintain your grade point average, but your character has to be outstanding. To me, you are role models for all of us, including me. In today's world, it is refreshing to see students like you. It gives me hope for the future. For whether you realize it or not, you are our future, and the future looks very bright. You are the leaders of tomorrow. Let me tell you, about a month ago, I attended a meeting of the Eagle Ford Shale. And of course, they talk about all of the oil that has been found in Carrizo and Cotula and all of those places. But I also found out something else that's very, very important that you all need to know, students, is that I was told that there's even more oil in Coahuila, right next door to us. And why am I saying that? It's because Eagle Pass and Piedras Negras and Coahuila have the potential of growing tremendously within the next 10, 12, 15 years. And why am I saying this? Is because you are sophomores right now. In 10 years, 8 years, 12 years, you all will have graduated from college. That's right, college. And I look towards you to lead Eagle Pass into the future. Because believe me, Eagle Pass has the potential of growing tremendously. So you are at the threshold. You are at the right place at the right time. We need people like you to graduate and come back and lead us. At this time, I also want to commend the parents. A los padres de familia, yo les doy las gracias porque sus hijos se han destacado en sus estudios. To the teachers also, thank you so much, the teachers that guide our students. To the sponsors I was mentioned earlier, Ms. Malden, Mr. Lawrence, thank you for taking the time to work with our students. I want to tell you that there are 3 qualities of a good leader because you are good leaders. Number 1 is trust. You must gain the trust of those around you. People need to believe in you. People need to believe that you will not let them down. People need to look up to you when things are not going well. And believe me, there'll be times when things do not go well. Number 2 is attitude. You must remain positive all the time. Even if things around you seem to be falling apart, you need to be positive. If you fall down, you get up. Remember, that's very important. Because even though you're in the National Honor Society, you will fall down like everybody else. But it's not about falling down, it's about getting up every time you fall. And also personal character. Who are you? Are you honest? Trustworthy? What about your reputation? Why am I saying this? Because in today's world, with today's social media, it is very important that you keep your personal character clean. Before I became superintendent, I used to work in the Office of Human Resources. And I had to deal with several employees because of inappropriate social media. Facebook. I know that Facebook is really important to some of you, but be careful. Things that you post on there can come back and haunt you. And again, I had to deal with some employees who posted inappropriate pictures of themselves on Facebook. And those employees faced reprimands. And like I said, you are our leaders, and your personal character has to be impeccable. And be careful. Be careful on how you use Facebook and any other social media. Because in the future, big companies can require to see your Facebook account. They want to see who you are. Yes, you have the grades, but you also have to have the character. Finally, I leave you with these famous words of Rich DeVos. The only thing that stands between a person and what they want in life are the will to try it and the faith to believe it is possible. Remember what I said. The will to try it and the faith to believe it is possible. 2 things. The will is the ganas that you have to do things. You can be very smart, but if you don't have the ganas to do things, nothing will happen. And faith is to believe in yourself. Always, always above all, believe in yourself. Because along the way, there'll be people who will tell you that you cannot reach your goals. Do not pay attention to them. Believe in yourself. I wish you good luck in the future, and may God bless you. Thank you so much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As we continue traveling on life's journey, each moment is significant in the sense that naturally we acquire knowledge through means of meeting new people or by being put into situations in which we seek the skills that will continue moving towards our goals. By surpassing these obstacles, you'll not only know for the next time when an obstacle seems to get in the way, but even be able to reach out to those that may soon encounter the same challenge and be able to serve as a guide to them. One as an individual has a role in society, and for the most part, our job is to pass on knowledge to as many people as we can. Steve Droke once said, "Knowledge is power and enthusiasm pulls the switch." So don't be afraid to put yourself out there and educate the masses, because remember, in order to teach one of your peers, you must take into consideration those that once taught you. It took time, patience, and that spark of enthusiasm to keep that fire burning. And as long as we continue to not decline those who seek knowledge, the flame shall always burn. Thank you.
The National Honor Society follows 4 pillars. They are character, scholarship, leadership, and service. But first, the emblem and its significance. The emblem of the National Honor Society is a keystone and the flaming torch. The keystone bears as its blazed the letters CSLS, which stand for the 4 principles of the organization: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. As the keystone is placed by the builder to hold the perfect arc in perpetual stability, so the structure of our education must be held firm and true to the purpose of life by the virtues represented in this symbol, to bear forward the searching light of truth, to lead that other may follow in light, to keep burning in our school a high mission for the enduring values of life and to serve. These purposes are symbolized in the torch. Membership in the National Honor Society is both an honor and a responsibility. Students selected for membership are expected to continue to demonstrate the qualities of scholarship, service, leadership, and of course, character. We will now have 4 of our NHS members come forward and review these qualities for the candidates.
Hello, my name is Nafonal, and I serve as the recording secretary for the NHS, and I will present character. Character is what distinguishes one individual from another. It is a product of constant striving to make the right choices day after day. Students with good character demonstrate respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship in all their actions.
Good evening. Hello, my name is Cecilia Flores, and I serve as a corresponding secretary for the NHS, and I will be presenting scholarship. Scholarship is characterized by commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend the necessary time to cultivate her mind in the quest for knowledge. This pillar can only be achieved through diligence and effort. Scholarship means always doing the best work possible, regardless of impending reward.
Hello, my name is Jose Luis Sarmiento Ruiz, and I serve as the treasurer for the National Honor Society, and I will be presenting leadership. Leaders take the initiative to aid others in a wholesome manner throughout their daily activities. Leaders sacrifice their personal interests in order to yield to the needs of others.
Hello, my name is Alejandra Rodriguez, and I serve as a historian for the National Honor Society. I will be presenting service. The pillar of service can be reached in a variety of ways. The willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without compensation or recognition of any kind is a quality that is essential in National Honor Society members. As a service club, the National Honor Society is highly concerned with giving its all to the school and community at large.
We're going to begin the candle lighting ceremony. As I call your name, please come up on stage, sign our membership book, and please light your candle. Then you will take your place on the risers. Jesse Alfaro. Denise Alvarado. Carmona. Sofía Casas. Isabel Castillo. David Chavarria. Jasmine Escobedo. Kevin Estrada. Dariela Flores. Carla Garcia. Enrique Garza. Chelsea Gloria. Noe Godinez. Esai Fuentes. Mario Hernández. Julia Herrera. Juan Jimenez. Karen Limon. Juan J. Marinas. Oscar Martinez. Abigail Perez. Roberto Rodriguez. Ariana Ruiz. Mark Saldivar. Noreli Sanchez. Emily Segovia. Juan Solis. Alondra Sosa. Jesus Vasquez. For your official membership, please repeat the following pledge after me. I pledge to uphold high purposes of the National Honor Society. To which I have been selected. Will be true to the principles for which it stands. Will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Blow out your candles. Jesus Vasquez. Alondra Sosa. Juan Solis. Emily Segovia. Noreli Sanchez. Mark Saldivar. Ariana Ruiz. Roberto Rodriguez. Abigail Perez. Oscar Martinez. Juan J. Marínez. Karen Limon. Juan Jimenez. Julia Herrera. Mario Hernández. Esai Fuentes. Noe Godínez. Chelsea Gloria. Enrique Garza. Carla Garcia. Dariela Flores. Kevin Estrada. Jasmine Escobedo. David Chavarria. Isabel Castillo. Sofía Casas. Luis Carmona. Denise Alvarado. Jesse Alfaro. The most important thing to remember is that each of these pillars is the sum of many individual decisions. My hope for you all is that you will cultivate positive attitude backed by purpose in your life. While it would be easier to slide through life without a purpose, it wouldn't be fulfilling. By achieving difficult goals, you will find true self-confidence. Congratulations, you have now been inducted as members of the CC Winn High School National Honor Society.